Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, February 5th, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. Our energy mantra for today is I connect my unique vibration with the oneness of all that is. And today we have the moon in Virgo, which kind of ground us back in after that big full Leo moon party energy that was wild over the last few days. And our first aspect of the day is happening, relatively early in the morning, but will kind of carry us through the day. And I love it. I love what this brought to me. So it's Mercury sextiling Saturn and Sagittarius. So Mercury in Aquarius connecting to Saturn and Sagittarius in a positive connection. And the thought that came to me with this was actually at the end of Oprah's magazine, it's always like, well, what do you know is true? This is what I know is true. So I want you to ask yourself, what do you know is true? What's true in you? And then whatever comes to that, see, are you open to expanding that truth beyond what you think is true? Or are you like in that place where it's like, this is true and that's it? I really feel like Saturn in Sagittarius is about expanding our knowledge, expanding our intuition, expanding everything around our intellect and knowing and all that. And then, Mercury is retrograde right now, which always takes us inside to review. So this is a perfect opportunity for expansion of that. The next combination is actually, again, with Saturn and Sagittarius, and it's the moon squaring it. And so we know a square can be like, hey, we kind of agree, but we kind of have different ways of going about it. And so this brings in the analyzation vibration, especially to this expansion. So, of your truth, can you look at it and see what doesn't fit? Like, it reminds me of from Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. And so can you point out the thing, like, okay, in that truth, in this truth that I'm holding on to, that thing doesn't belong. And then I invite you to expand, to look even closer to that thing that doesn't belong and see how it does. Because that's where the real expansion is. And that's kind of where the energy is ultimately going today, is recognizing the oneness in all that is. Even those things that seem like they don't belong, there's a connection. And if we can expand into that connection, we can really expand into ourselves. So the next two connections, we have the moon opposite Neptune. So moon in Virgo, which is like really our reality here on this planet, our physical body, and then Neptune in Pisces, which is the all that is, the oneness, the universe. And so, if we can go into that place from the analyzation of that doesn't belong and see how it does actually fit perfectly into the picture, that's an amazing expansion. It's an amazing opportunity for healing. And then taking that healing a step further, the moon in Virgo is going to be opposite Venus in Pisces at 11 degrees, which is the healing degree. And that's happening in the evening. So again, taking that analyzation that we did, that doesn't belong, and bringing that thing that doesn't belong, that thing that we've pushed outside, that thing that we've kind of pushed out there to be outcast, bringing it in for healing, and healing it in the reality, bringing in the miracles that the Pisces vibration and the 11-degree vibration can bring. So then at night, while most of us are sleeping in the States, this will be, after midnight. This is technically tomorrow, but the moon is going to be connecting to Pluto. And so Pluto, we know, brings that vibration for transformation. So if we've done that work today, there's a beautiful chance for our body to integrate this magic that we've brought into our life. Because when you take that thing that doesn't belong and finally see how it does belong, there's magic in that. And I want to mention, I saw a quote right before I did this online, and it says, when you actively look for beautiful and positive connections with others, that's exactly what you'll find. And that's about everything on this planet. So I invite you to actively look for the beautiful and the positive in everything, even those things that don't seem like they belong. And I want to show you the Rumi picture. I almost called it Osho. Yeah, oh, there we go, that side. And it's really simple. It says, try another way of looking. Try you looking, and then the whole universe seeing. So that is it for today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.